Yo, what is up? What is up, YouTube boxing family? It is IK right here. I'm here back at it again with the homie, Mr. D Hive. What is up, my brother?
What's up? How's it going?
Not much. Uh, yeah, last night was crazy. I was, I was very shocked.
Yeah, some good fights. I mean, I wasn't shocked with with Laura. I wasn't shocked with Laura beating Wood. I picked Laura to beat Wood, but with the Neri and Crazy A situation, that was great.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty wild. I was thinking Hovhannissian was gonna stop Neri, and that was probably one of the best fights I've seen. But Neri, Neri definitely getting stopped by Inoue.
Yeah, personally, I thought that I thought Hovhannissian was going to take it to a really close decision and barely edge it out. But I thought there was a possibility that he would get robbed on the cards because Pomona is a very pro-Mexican area. But no, it turns out that Neri just knocked his ass out. Personally, I thought the stoppage was a little premature considering he had survived a similar flurry the round prior. But I mean, it is what it is. Hovhannissian is the stronger puncher, but Nair was just more accurate. He's more accurate. He's been in there with he's been in there with comparable opposition, but yeah, he was just landing better shots more effectively, and he got started early. Hovhannissian let him be first, wasn't working his jab, and was just covering up instead of punching with him. Every time Hovhannissian punched with Neri, he hurt him, but he just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I think younger Hovhannissian would definitely knock him out.
Yeah, I agree. A Hovhannissian that's not so shop worn. I mean, especially with the shots he was landing on Ray Vargas, with Ray Vargas being literally a bigger person than Neri, a bigger target, and a more difficult target if you ask me. But it is what it is. But yeah, no, Neri doesn't beat most of the top guys. He doesn't. I mean, he probably wouldn't even beat Aleem to be honest. I think Aleem probably knocked him the fuck out.
Who Liam who Liam
No, Rais
Muhammad.
Aleem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
think
would.
Ray Salim probably knocked him out. I think anyway knocks him out brutally. Stephen Fulton whoops his ass for
Yeah, I
12
think.
rounds. Yeah, but honestly, before Inoue bossed up and took the Fulton deal, I thought that PBC was going to offer Neri as a sacrifice to get Inoue over here. I thought that that's the first thing they were going to do was feed Neri to Inoue.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wanted Casemiro to fight Neri. I think Casemiro deserves either Neri or he could fight Rais Salim. But I think
Mm,
Casemiro, he's probably gonna get that fight because like a shout out to Mr. Skywalker Boxing, but he's actually connected with Casemiro's camp, and he told me that he has one fight that's going to be in the Philippines coming up, and then the next fight will be here in America. So I don't know what's going to happen, but if everything goes well in the plan, he should fight Neri or he should fight Rais Salim. It just makes sense.
mm. If I was him, I'd probably try to go for Neri because you're seeing that if you just punch with Neri, you can get him, and he's weak to the body. So,
Yeah, he's very weak.
but Rais Salim, I've seen some vulnerability, but not much. And the thing is, Rais Salim has faster hands than Casemiro, and he will not hesitate to punch with you. He's very fast. So, I'd probably, and not to mention, I believe Neri is ranked higher than Rais Salim right now, right?
Yeah, I think he is. That's what I'm thinking right now.
Let me refresh my
Um,
boxing rankings here and take a peek. But they're fighting at super bantamweight. Hmm.
yeah, yeah, because I don't know what's going on with Rais Salim for who he's gonna be fighting. But
Race. Oh no, Alim is ranked higher. Mm.
oh
That's it's
yeah,
well, Neri is ranked higher for the WBC, but Alim is ranked higher for the WBO. So it depends just where Casemiro is, like where I don't know which sanctioning body he's gonna go through. But like I said, um I'd probably try the WBC because Inoue is number one for the WBC, and he's already fighting Fulton, and Neri's number two. So I'd probably try to knock Neri off that spot, other than Aleem, because I personally think Aleem would probably whoop Casamaro's ass.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just real
I
talk.
think that's possible.
No, that's just real talk, especially the way he handled Plania. Shit, beat the shit out of
Man,
Casamaro.
Mike Plania, like I thought he was gonna get stopped by Rais Salim.
I mean, Mike Plania is not an easy out for anyone. He's another quick Filipino fighter that punches real hard and throws a lot of punches. So, I mean, I wouldn't take him lightly. But and he only had one loss. He only had one loss at the time. Never been stopped. Decent puncher. Got 14 knockouts. His only other loss was to Payano, who back in those days, I guess Payano was something. But Payano even gave Miguel Roman trouble. So
Yeah. Oh, did you hear that MJ? He's fighting in April against Marlon Tapalas.
yeah, I heard that pussy ass name. hmm
Bro.
It's a random title defense because Marlon Topoulos is number one for the IBF, so it's just a title defense. But yeah, I heard that pussy come out. Oh yeah, if Inoue beats Fulton, then we'll happily fight Inoue. I'm like, yeah, I bet you will, you son of a bitch.
But you don't want to fight you don't want to fight Fulton if Fulton blasts away.
Nope, because they know that they have a better shot at beating Inoue than they do Fulton because Fulton is too much. MJ almost got his ass whooped by a late replacement.
Yeah, he did. Uh, like yeah, like I saw that sparring video that Inoue did with his sparring partner, and I'm just like, dude, Fulton's gonna like he's gonna beat the crap out of him. He's not like this fight's not gonna be anywhere close.
Well, that's up to Fulton. If Fulton utilizes all of his skills to the utmost and doesn't, try to get in there and sit in the pocket with Inoue and bang and try to prove himself and all that nonsense, if he does that, yeah, it should be an easy decision. But, Inoue is going to go in with the understanding that Fulton is the superior boxer, and he's not going to waste the rounds by trying to box him. He's going to be going for the kill from the opening round. So
Yeah,
that's something they got to look out for.
yeah. I think the biggest issue that I'm a little bit curious about is just how the punching power is going to scale with Inoue because people say Inoue is a big ass puncher, but I don't think so. I think he's only known for his power against competition that's like not able to take a good shot. Obviously, like minus Donaire, but it's like we already know how Inoue fights. He's just a one dimensional fighter, and all he does is just come forward. He doesn't do anything to make the shots more precise and accurate. And I think like if anything, if Fulton takes advantage of his looping shots that he likes to throw, right? That could be a possible knockout punch that Fulton could throw to stop Inoue if he sees fit to go in and go out. You know what I'm saying? Like don't trade with Inoue. Just make Inoue frustrated, and then once you see your opportunity, then you stop Inoue.
Uh, I'm not gonna say all that. I'm probably gonna disagree. What I will say, what I will say, is that Inoue is a talented fighter. He's not the better boxer than Fulton, and he hasn't shown that much. And he hasn't shown many dimensions because he hasn't needed to. He's very fast. His punches are very accurate, and he's very strong. I think his power will carry up simply because he's a big ass dude. He was too big for everybody in that. He was too big for everybody in the weight classes in which he was fighting. And I think that once he's fighting closer to his actual natural body weight, I think the punching power will be there. Do I think the speed gonna taper off some? Probably, which favors Fulton. But I do think that the punching power is still gonna remain there, which means Fulton's gonna have to be careful. But no, generally speaking, I don't honestly. If Fulton gets the opportunity, I rather him try to go for a knockdown than a knockout. Knockouts have to be built up and worked for over the course of a fight. When fighters try to force the knockout, they usually don't get it. But when fighters actually take their time, invest to the body, and let the knockout come, and let the opponent slide onto a punch, they're usually able to get it. But I don't want Fulton trying to press the knockout because closing the distance is right where Inoue shines. So I wouldn't want to put him in a position now. If you can take a knockdown to make sure the fight isn't close on points because you're fighting in Japan, absolutely take the knockdown. The knockouts, that's a little bit too high risk because if you're going to go into a shootout, I'd favor Inoue because that's what he does. Inoue just punches real hard. And people who know that they don't have adequate boxing skill, again, they're going to be looking for the knockout the entire fight. Inoue even said it himself. I've never even sparred an African American, and I know they're known for lots of lateral movement and winning on points. So therefore, I don't think Inoue's team is going to be dumb enough. Like for example, all the opponents that Shakur Stevenson has faced, they've all been stupid and tried to box with him. Why would you try to box with someone who's touted as being the superior fucking boxer and you have like 30 knockouts? It doesn't make sense. So even Hector Luis Garcia with Tank, why would you go in there trying to just box with Tank? I mean, I understand Tank is known for power, but he's also a boxer, so you're better off just smothering his work so he can't do anything effectively. Trying to out jab him is stupid. But so yeah, that's something that Stephen Fulton's team is going to have to be cognizant of because Inoue is talented, and the thing about it is he's not as good a boxer as Stephen Fulton, but he boxes just well enough to make some shit happen.
Yeah, yep, I agree with that.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have
And
to
I
be.
think
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no. I was just gonna add on top of your point to say, I think if I'm Inoue, I start cracking Fulton to the body because I tend to see that Fulton, whenever he's like a little bit gassy, his body's wide open to get cracked. And I think of Inoue, if he sees that opening, if he's smart enough to notice it, he should really start enforcing his will to the body instead of trying to headhunt with Fulton.
Well, yeah, and the thing, another reason why I don't think that Fulton is going to get a knockout is because Japanese fighters from Asia, they have a lot of durability. They're very durable. It takes a lot to get them. It takes a lot to actually knock them out, and especially if you're not known for your power, you have to start investing in the body and landing good shots to the body from the opening round. Because a lot of fighters that don't get knockouts, number one, knockouts are not completely about raw strength. Is raw strength a factor? Sure, but you have to make if you know you're not a power puncher and you're more of a boxer, if you want to get more knockouts, you have to make the decision that you're going to start working toward that from the beginning of every fight. Dudes come in and they're just thinking about getting the decision, winning on points. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but then you're not going to get more knockouts. You have to start going continuously to the body, working off of your jab, digging the body shots every time. You need to go to the body as frequently as humanly possible to get your opponent tired, get their diaphragm hurting, and then once their arms drop down, then you can start landing quality headshots to try to like shut their eyes, break their nose, things like that. There's something that has to be worked toward. I don't think I'm not sure, of course, but I don't think that Stephen Fulton is even going to try to risk something like that because let's say Inoue gets even just one knockdown. Stephen Fulton can win the rest of the rounds, but if they're in Japan and Inoue gets a single knockdown, it's gonna be over. They're not gonna. Inoue is like the single most famous Japanese fighter in all of fucking history. They're not gonna let Fulton's black ass come over there and show him up if they could help it.
Yeah.
So it's like fighting Canelo in fucking Mexico. You literally like, and if he even lands one good punch where it looks like you struggled, they're gonna give him the entire round. Like let's say Inoue lands a good right hook and Stephen Fulton goes flying but doesn't hit the canvas. And then Stephen Fulton comes back and dominates the rest of the fight, lands like 6-7 good punches on Inoue. They're gonna give Inoue the fucking round. They're gonna be like, oh well, that one punch, so you know how it is. Like yeah, like come on, you know how it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of fearing out of this whole entire fight because Fulton, I don't think he's ever been to the international level yet of pressure, but I don't think that's gonna bother him. I think he's gonna be fine, and he's gonna be able to sustain. But I think it's just gonna be the fans that Inoue has that's gonna bring a whole different political overview of judging to say, oh well, Inoue could have arguably won like 7 rounds, but Fulton's doing a good job, but Inoue's just gonna win because we the fans say so.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why people are even pushing Inoue to fight Fulton in the first place is because they think that Inoue wins. If people felt that Fulton would just wash Inoue, like if Fulton had every advantage, like for example, let's say if Fulton was not only a gifted boxer but had power like Tank Davis, they would accuse Fulton of fucking cherry picking. They would.
Yeah,
They would accuse Fulton of fucking cherry picking, saying he needs to fight someone else because that's how they all are. When they weren't sure if Canelo could beat Charlo, they said Charlo don't deserve it. They're not sure if they could beat Benavidez don't deserve it. When back when Devin Haney was hunting Lomachenko, they were saying Devin Haney doesn't deserve it. Now that he's about to beat the shit out of Lomachenko, if the fight even happens, they're saying that it's a cherry pick and Lomachenko's old. So you know how these guys do. You know how these guys fucking do. Just like first they're saying that oh, this person like I remember when Barrios was hot, people were saying that Barrios would actually be a good fight for Tank. Or when Isaac Cruz first was started to get popular, people were saying, oh, it's a good fight for Tank. Tank goes and makes those fights, all of a sudden it's fucking cherry picking. Like, wait, what? Y'all dumbasses said that these would be good fights for him, and now because he's making them, and you don't think the opponent's gonna win, now all of a sudden it's a cherry pick. Like, bro, fuck off.
yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, so that's the only reason. That's the only reason why people are even okay with this fight because they think that Inoue is gonna beat Fulton because they're like, oh, the same bullshit. Oh, Fulton has no power. This, that. Inoue's knocking everybody out. Blah blah blah. So whatever.
That is wild, man. That is wild. Yeah, speaking of Gervonta, I think if this was Inoue versus Gervonta, you know,
They would call it a cherry pick because Tank was there's no version. I don't know what the fuck you dudes are looking at, but there's no version of Inoue that's better than Tank Davis. Tank Davis would knock Inoue smooth the fuck out. I'm not even talking about TKO. I'm talking unconscious. He would be asleep. He would be asleep. They would never even want such a fight. People talking that shit because they know Inoue is not Pacquiao. Inoue is not gonna go up to fucking lightweight and try to fight people. He's not. He's gonna stay his ass at these little. He's gonna stay his ass. Inoue, honestly, I don't see Inoue going any higher than probably 130. And the thing is, too, much like Donaire, if he goes up too high and starts to take L's, he'll just go back down. He'll be like, "Oh shit, okay, I went up too high. Let me go back down."
yeah,
Yeah, this nigga's not Pacquiao. People want to give him Pacquiao like respect, but then they want to make sure he doesn't do Pacquiao type thing. That's why they're already talking that shit, saying he's too small. Oh well, he's coming up all the way from fucking Superfly or Flyweight. Oh fuck. So he's too small for Fulton. But if he beats him, so all they're setting it up to do is that if Fulton gets the dub, they're gonna be like, oh well, he was too big, and Inoue is challenging for greatness, blah blah blah. He doesn't deserve a pound for pound slot. But if Inoue clips Fulton, oh my god, he's pound for pound number one, the best fighter ever. He would destroy Pacquiao and Haney and Tank. All he do, it's like, bro, just like stop.
yeah,
Give me 1
Yeah,
second. I need to get up to get some syrup really fast. Give me 2 seconds.
yeah. Yep, I got you. Yeah, pretty much. The whole thing is that if Inoue does beat Fulton, everyone's gonna call him pound for pound number one. He's the greatest in the world. Nobody can't f with Inoue. But the thing about it is that call yourself the greatest, but you don't go up and challenge the greats.
All right, I'm back. My bad. I'm eating some Waffle House here and I forgot my syrup. Anyways, but what'd you say?
Yeah. You're at Waffle House?
No. I mean, I got Waffle House and I brought it home.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
man, I definitely need to go back to Waffle House. That's been a minute. That has been a minute.
Oh shit, you got to be careful where you at. Waffle House niggas be getting shot.
Oh, yeah. Then forget about that. Yeah, like I'm not gonna sit down anymore.
Yeah, no, I get my Waffle House to go. I don't be sitting in Waffle House waiting for a fight to break out or somebody to pull a pistol. Shit.
Yeah, screw that.
Oh.
Um,
But no, yeah, like I was saying, that's all they're gonna do. That's all they're gonna do. Fucking ESPN told them this dude was the best because he's been smoking everybody. Even though the moment he struggled with Donaire, and now he's going 11 with fucking Paul Bowler. I'm like, come on, bro. I'm like, again, this is one of those dudes. I'm not saying he's not a pound for pound fighter. I'm saying he's not pound for pound the best because he's going to struggle as he moves up in weight. It's going to get harder. And like I said, Ray Salim, that's a 50-50 to me. That's a 50-50 fucking fight. I don't know if Fulton. I think Fulton and Inoue versus Ray Salim is a 50-50 because people aren't giving him his respect. He's strong, he's fast, he's undefeated. And Fulton said on Twitter, he literally said that I don't like his style. You know what that means? His style is disruptive. His style stops everything I want to do. He'll jab with me and he has more power. So once we get on the inside, if I can't clinch him, he's gonna fucking hurt me. Now, I'm not saying that Fulton is ducking anybody. All I'm saying is that how are you going into an Inoue fight with all this confidence, but Ray Salim's style, you don't like it? They fight almost the fucking same. So, you know, so yeah. So, you know, we gotta see them.
Yeah, I mean that's why that I like I love 50-50 matchups, and like basically like I don't know if you keep getting it, but I feel like whenever you call for 50-50 matchups in boxing, people think that you're being biased for your fighter, or you're just talking out of your ass, right? And like they just always like bring up all these like whataboutisms about their fighter beating your fighter, but it's like the difference between like I would say myself or you or Artman or anybody that just wants to see let the best fight the best is that we don't care about the outcome. We care about the competition pool being tougher for the fighters that we like. And
Yeah.
even if I was
Celebrity.
oh,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, even if I was like a fighter, or if I continued wrestling after high school, like I would even say to myself like I want to challenge myself against tough opposition because I know I could potentially beat them. But even if I don't beat them, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to put yourself in those deep water moments where you can like gain that experience, and let the more you get better, let the better your skill set will cradle you into becoming a potential threat for your division that you campaign for.
Right. Dudes that are against 50-50 fights unfortunately they suffer from a mental illness called celebrity worship. Celebrity worship is a fucking mental illness because why would you be against a 50-50 fight? It's just like people who don't want who don't want Boots to fight Spencer Crawford, or dudes who don't want Devin Haney and Tank to fight. The excuses that they use are fucking miserable. Like, why don't you want these fights? Why are these fights bad? Why is it okay if Bud fights whoever? Spence can fight Thurman, that's perfectly fine. But why are you so against him fighting Boots when he already said he doesn't want to fight Thurman? And why can Tank fight literally whoever the fuck and not Devin Haney? Like it's fucking weird. I don't understand what these guys have against 50-50 matchups. Like, why does your guy have to be the favorite in every single thing? Like, Fulton's going into this shit. Fulton not the fucking favorite. People think Inoue is gonna knock Fulton the fuck out. I'm telling you, that's the only reason. I'm telling you, I know these fucking fans. That's the only reason why that's the only reason why most mainstream fans would say any black fighter deserves a fight if they think that black fighter is gonna lose. Like Charlo is a fucking 160 champion. He don't deserve Canelo when he's a champion. He don't deserve Triple G, but he deserves the 168 contender Benavidez. It's because they think Benavidez beats him. That's the only reason why. So whenever we got people that claim that they're fans being so against 50-50 fights, it's fucking weird. Like, and especially dudes who claim that I'm biased. Like, even for example, there's I'm not going to say the name, but there's a certain YouTube channel who is claims to be unbiased and debates a bunch of different people, blah blah blah. But except when it comes to Tank. Weirdly enough, he doesn't want Tank to fight Devin Haney for some reason, and is going hard in the paint to kill the fight in the court of public opinion. And I'm like, wait, what? I didn't expect this shit from you. And this is a guy whose show I've actually been on. I'm like, why are you so against the fight? Why all of a sudden everything Devin Haney does? Oh, the Tank fight can't possibly happen. I'm like, bro, every excuse possible has been debunked. So it's just like these dudes who don't want Wilder to fight Usyk. Why not? If Usyk is such a fucking master goddamn boxer and Wilder sucks so much ass, why are y'all against the fight? It's because Wilder would more than likely knock Usyk the fuck out, and they know this and they don't want this. And I'm not. And there's no. I mean, I'm not going to say there's a racial component with Tank and Haney. or Boots and Spence. Again, that's just or Boots, Spence, and Crawford. That's just pure fucking weirdo celebrity worship. Like I understand there's a lot of anti-black dudes that like Crawford, and that's perfectly fine. But the shit with Spence is just I don't know. Maybe dudes don't want the changing of the guard, and also with Haney and Tank, it's just with that situation, people favor who they can relate to personally more. So dudes who had suspect childhoods and grew up in meager circumstances, they're gonna like Tank because they feel he got it out the mud. He got it out the mud. He from the streets, and Haney soft because he got a dad in his life and got money and all that shit. All that dumb, ignorant nigga shit. Like the community can't escape that bullshit. So there's always gonna be conflict in that area. Niggas that don't have anything are always gonna hate niggas that grew up in decent circumstances. It's weird. I was one of those kids. That's one of the reasons why I relate to Devin Haney. I was one of those kids that didn't grow up in horrific circumstances. My parents worked hard to make sure I had the things that I needed and shit. And I don't hate my people or anything, but some of those people were fucking hating on me. Some of those people were jealous. They were mad that I had clean this and clean that and the fresh is this and the fresh is that. And, oh, you never had to sell drugs or struggle. Well, yeah, I'm not supposed to, you stupid fuck. Like your kids. Yeah, like your kids are not supposed to struggle. Like
supposed to be known for.
Yeah, like
you're not supposed to be like that, Like you're supposed to be successful.
Yeah, I keep telling people the streets is not black culture; it's black circumstances. That shit is bullshit. Your kids are not supposed to.
It's not part of the lifestyle.
Yeah, your kids are not supposed to fucking struggle. Your kids are supposed to have lots of food to eat. You're supposed to have wealth. I'm like, why do you think the first thing these boxers do when they get some money is move the fuck from around niggas? Tank will never, all you niggas, like, Tank will never live next to you. Tank would never ever share. Tank will never share a zip code with you bitches again. He will never ever come back to live near you people. That's the fun.
Gervonta lives out in Florida. That's what I know.
Yeah, that's the funniest thing. Like these dudes talk all this bullshit about the streets. I'm like, bro, these niggas fight to get away from the streets. They would kill to avoid living next to you niggas. They will never ever live next to you guys. So I think that's why I think all this shit is funny. But yeah, back to the original point. Dudes who are against 50-50 fights, they suffer from the mental illness of celebrity worship, and it's weird. And I keep trying to explain to people, these fights are now capable of being killed in the court of public opinion. That's why I'm so against premature hype. When you hype up a fighter, especially when you hype up a fighter so hard, they have no incentive to do anything else. When you tell a fighter that they're pound for pound and they already beat everybody, they have no incentive to take more difficult fights. And I say that about dudes like Terrence Crawford, dudes like Shakur Stevenson, dudes like Raymond Ford, dudes like fucking there are some other ones. But anyways, y'all keep hyping these dudes who haven't
Keyshawn
really put
Davis.
Oh my god, especially fucking Keyshawn. Jesus Christ. Like y'all are telling these dudes that they'll dominate anyone. I'm like, why do you think they're talking shit, but why do you think they're not really pushing for the hardest fights? Yeah, Shakur called out a bunch of people that aren't even close to on top rank, and as soon as Devin Haney starts having weight problems, Shakur immediately starts having weight problems, so they can push the duck narrative. I'm like, bro, that's all well and good, but Devin Haney's weight problems have been established since he fought Jojo Diaz. He's never hitting that. You all of a sudden lost your belt on the scale the moment Devin Haney has a suspect weigh-in. So, and also you fought Conceição. Conceição wasn't in line for a title. He just lost to Oscar Valdez. You could have used the WBO to petition Haney and cut Lomachenko in line, but you didn't. So, yeah, and the thing is, Shakur is not going to have any incentive to fight people like Raymond Morataya, Abdullah Mason. He's going to go call out people that are clearly on a different network, clearly doing other shit, or people who just got their ass whooped. Like, why the fuck would you call out Kambosos? He just got the shit beat out of him twice. Why would you do that? Like, why would you do that? That makes no fucking sense. He's coming off 2 back-to-back horrific losses where he won no rounds. Why would you then, I'm going to challenge Kambosos? What the fuck for?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense business-wise.
Yeah, like, if you want to say Williams Zepeda to duck you, okay, that's perfectly fine, but we don't even know if you sent them the contract for real. They just said, no, we're not going to do that. You just said you sent some paperwork. All of a sudden, you have that kind of power? Like, yeah. No, that doesn't make any sense. If you want to say Isaac Cruz ducked you, sure, yeah, Isaac Cruz has no jab. He's not going to beat you. Isaac Cruz is a small little dude who has no fucking jab or footwork. That's why Tank was able to beat him with one hand. Why would you want to fight that guy? Like, yeah, these are obvious. These are fucking obvious mismatches, and they're like, oh, all these people ducking me. Yeah, the niggas that have no chance against you are ducking you. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because even they know they have no fucking chance. Fight some people that have a fucking shot, like Raymond Murataya, Abdullah Mason. Those are dudes who can do what you do. Well, not Murataya, I should say, but he's a good pressure fighter. He punches with both hands. He hits hard. He's very aggressive. A style you haven't fought before. So you're not gonna fucking fight Keyshawn because he's your best fucking buddy. You're not gonna fight him, and that's another thing. Whenever Shakur says he's friends with someone, that means I don't want to fight them. I just want to put that out there. Whenever Shakur says that, oh, he's my buddy, he's my friend, that means I don't want to fight them. That's basically what that means.
Yeah.
That's why he talks big shit to Devin, but he's super cool with Tank. Oh, I'm gonna take my friend. Yeah, because Tank will probably knock you the fuck out.
I don't know, man. I think Shakur Stevenson, he's slowly making me lose support for him.
I support him. I'm just not sure if he's the guy, like, because people want him to be the next Terrence Crawford. But the thing is, that's not a good thing. Terrence Crawford is someone who is known for fighting lesser opposition and getting praised as the pound-for-pound greatest fighter in the world by just maintaining mismatches. His entire career has been mismatches. Every single person that was on his level, he ducked. He didn't want to fight them. He didn't want to fight Pacquiao. He didn't want to fight the guys at PBC. He doesn't want to fight Spence. He doesn't want to fight Booz. He don't want to fight none of these people.
Yeah. But it's just so weird that people think like Shakur and Terrence Crawford are like the same level of fighters. But it's like when we talk about them fighting tough competition, they always run to the, oh, well, who have their compared contemporaries have fought? You know, they never fought anybody to Shakur and Crawford's, you know, level of opposition. And it's like, I feel like it's a mentally retarded statement to make for defending Crawford and Shakur, because the thing is like they understand themselves that they're not pushing themselves to the limit, and they're still being praised for lesser macro opposition that they're challenging. And the minute they do get exposed in their careers, like they understand that they're not putting in that work compared to all the other fighters that, you know, that are competing, you know, with them, that are actually going out there taking risks and fighting good, tough opposition, and they're, you know, going out there making a statement in their careers, right?
Right. And like I said, it's worse when these dudes get out here and the first thing they say is, oh, well, you know, they're gonna be pound for pound anyways. They're already good. They're just levels above everyone. I'm like, okay, well, if they haven't fought anyone and the public says that they're levels above this person, now fighting that person looks like a cherry pick. It looks like a cherry pick, and they have no incentive, even if there's a potential that person will beat them. But guys just say that to discourage fights. Like, for example, they'll say Canelo Alvarez is just so otherworldly and above all these guys, but then approve of him. Oh, John Ryder's a good fight. What? That doesn't make any fucking sense. He's levels above guys that have never had their ass whooped, but it'll be a competitive match against guys who've been knocked out, guys who have 5 losses, guys who've never been champions in any division they fought in. What? Yeah. That's how you know it's bullshit.
Oh,
they just put that narrative out there. Whenever someone describes someone else's levels above someone without even without them even proving it at all, they're telling you which fights they don't want to happen. So whenever people say, oh, like Tank will easily beat Devin, so that fight doesn't matter, they don't want Tank fighting Devin. Oh, Crawford or Spence would easily beat Boots, they don't want the fight to happen. Oh, fucking Keyshawn easily beats all these people, they don't want him fighting anybody. They want him in complete and total mismatches so they don't have to face the reality of being wrong. Same as fucking Terrence Crawford. And that's another reason why Tank's career is starting to look like Terrence Crawford's. Been in 3 divisions. You haven't been undisputed. That's not a big deal. But, you've been in 3 divisions fighting like you had one decent opponent. Like Pedraza was his postal. And that's pretty much it. So it's like, what are we gonna do? Are you just gonna keep hyping him because he reminds you of your favorite rapper, or are you gonna push him to fight some people? Like, but then of course Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia has never been good. I don't know who needs to hear this. Ryan Garcia has never been fucking good. He's never known for being a talented anything. He's known for knocking out people with his left hook sometimes.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is, man. Like I said, Devin Haney, nah. Shakur, nah. Fucking
Nah.
Frank Martin, nah. Ryan Garcia, oh, fucking sure. The guy who gets hit by left hooks all the time. That's your signature punch. Yeah, why not fight him? That'll be challenging. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, man.
Yeah, same with Canelo. Charlo, nah. Benavidez, nah. Morrell Jr., nah. John Ryder, sure. That'd be a tough fight.
Yeah, that's wild. That is wild. Yeah, speaking of Gervonta, I don't know what's going on with this whole Ryan and Tank fight being confirmed, but like, do you think that this fight is solidified? Because I heard Oscar De La Hoya saying, well, that the fight will be announced when Tank and Ryan announce it, and I'm like, so that means the fight's not made, right?
Let me put it on wax again for like the 20th time. Ryan Garcia never in life really wanted to fight Tank Davis. Never, ever, ever. Because the first time this fight was offered to him, the first time Tank pursued him, he said, oh, I have a Pacquiao fight, which was a complete fucking lie because Pacquiao said, what? Who the fuck even is this? No, I'm not doing no goddamn exhibition. What the fuck is you talking about? Like, Pacquiao didn't even know who this boy was. And it's funny because people don't remember this, but fucking Ryan Garcia fought a dude. It might have been one of his last fucking fights. One of his last fights, because I don't remember. I think he's coming up from. I think Ryan Garcia has fought at 130 before, but this was a fight at 135, I believe. Let me see. I'm checking his box right now. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. So this was his first fight at 135 because people don't know this, but Ryan Garcia is coming up from 130. Ryan Garcia used to fight at 130. A lot of people don't know that, so he's coming up to 135. This is his first fight. And he fights a dude named Carlos Morales. He's in there getting rocked by jabs. He's grabbing and hugging, looking like shit. And then he gets a majority decision against Carlos Morales. Carlos Morales almost beat him. Carlos Morales has 6 knockouts and had 2 losses at the time. And it was in there doing Ryan like this. And around that time was when Tank first started looking at him. But then, of course, he has a few more fights, builds his name off of a potential Tank match, and then he goes up to Campbell and gets the shit slapped out of him. And that was a major wake-up call, so he takes a 2-year break, or at least a year break between Campbell and Tango. So it's like this dude not only has he not fought anybody, but he struggled with garbage. He struggled to beat up dudes that were never thought anything of. I mean, shit, even with goddamn even with Tego. I mean, I'm not saying that he didn't dominate, but he was in there looking sus and whatever. So, yeah. And again, when they did all this the first time, he blatantly ducked. Not only did he lie and say that he had a Pacquiao fight, but if you remember, he left the fucking division. Ryan Garcia hasn't been a lightweight since he fought Campbell. He's fought at 139 and 140. So now you're sitting here hunting him again. He still doesn't want the fight. I'm like, bro, all Tank has done is improve his skill set and his star power. All Golden Boy has is Virgil Ortiz and Ryan Garcia anyway. Why the fuck would they want to give Ryan Garcia up now? Especially when he's been able to make lots of money, not even boxing. He got a little Gatorade endorsement. He's been doing modeling for fucking Guess and Calvin Klein, all this other fucking shit. Why would he want to risk his moneymaker getting his face rearranged by Tank? No, dude, it's all some more clout. They're gonna say, "Oh, well, we tried." They're gonna do what Crawford did. I tried to make the fight with PBC, but the PBC didn't want to do it, so I'm doing something else. And he's gonna fight another fucking bum. He's gonna duck again, and then both of them will have an excuse to not fight Devin Haney. Oh, well, we were trying to make a mega fight. Nobody knows Devin Haney. All that weak shit. It's all just fuckery. It's all just fuckery because Tank pursuing Ryan Garcia debunks every excuse they said about why the Devin Haney fight couldn't be made. Oh, Devin Haney fights on DAZN. Devin Haney was a free agent the entire time. Ryan Garcia is not a free agent and he fights on DAZN. How come the contract got made? Oh, well, nobody knows Devin Haney. Devin Haney has a better sales history than Ryan Garcia ever has. Why didn't the fight get made? Oh, well, Devin Haney not gonna be at lightweight. Ryan Garcia hasn't been a lightweight since Luke Campbell, so why couldn't the fight get made? Again, it's all just bullshit. It's all just bullshit. And then the late replacement for Ryan Garcia is gonna be fucking trash. That's why they keep saying the fight's gonna happen. Basically, Tank is telling you, I'm gonna fight on April 15th, regardless of if it's Ryan Garcia or not. The late replacement is gonna be garbage. It might be like Isaac Cruz 2 or some shit. So that's why Oscars, no, for real, that's why Oscars camp keeps saying, well, we don't know, we're trying to figure it out, meaning we're planning to duck, but we want to give the event as much juice as humanly possible. And Tank is like, I don't give a fuck. I'm fighting April 15th. If it's Ryan Garcia or some trash ass replacement, I don't care, because that's how Isaac Cruz got the fight in the first place. He was a fucking replacement for trash ass Rolly, and then I just fought Rolly after. So it don't even matter to me. And the replacement is not going to be good. The replacement is not going to be Frank Martin. The replacement is not going to be anybody good. I mean, like, I wouldn't be shocked if it was like Michelle Rivera, because he just got fucking destroyed. So maybe they'll give him a check. But it's either going to be like Michelle Rivera, fucking Isaac Cruz, or somebody like that. It's not going to be some fucking certified, or it might be the winner of fucking Rayo and what's his name, Rayo and Cobra. It might be some shit like that. But yeah, I already see the play, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just kind of weird because, like, you know, having it on April 15th, like, from what I'm hearing, like, aren't there, like, a lot of good fights happening, like, you know, around April, right? Like, I could have sworn EJ, he said he's coming back in April, right? Or June against Keith Thurman.
Shit, I don't know. I haven't heard shit about that fight.
Nah,
I honestly think Spence is back there trying to negotiate with Crawford, bitch ass. I really do.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. He's like, nah, screw Keith Thurman. I don't want to fight him.
Because Keith Thurman is another bitch who doesn't want to earn his paycheck. He's another dude that wants to cut the line, get premium ass fights for putting in marginal work. There's no way in the fuck you get a top 3 WBC rating off beating fucking Mario Barrios, who just came into the division. I'm sorry. So yeah. He's another dude like Adrian Broner that figures, oh, if I'm not going to fight the top people to get champions for premium bread, I want to make that premium bread by fighting complete garbage. That's why Adrian Broner can't find an opponent, because he wants to make millions of dollars on fucking Easy Street as opposed to getting there and doing his fucking job or retiring. No one told you to smoke and drink all your money, you lazy fuck.
Yeah. Speaking of AB, like, what the hell happened with Michael Williams Jr., man? Like,
apparently,
I think.
Oh, go ahead.
I think he got set up, man.
Well, according.
No, like. Yeah, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
No. Like, I truly think Roy Jones Jr. tried to set him up for failure, and like, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but that's just evil, man. Like, that's just so disrespectful to do that to some young fighter that just wants to be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just crazy. Like,
yeah. Apparently, according to Michael Williams' family on Facebook, they said that Roy Jones Jr. wanted to pull Michael Williams out of the fight. I don't know why, because we all know that Michael Williams was going in there to lose to AB and collect a good check. AB will be his most credible opponent and will be his highest payday, considering he got fucking murdered by John Bauza. So, and he's not liable to take a lot of damage because AB doesn't throw a lot of punches. And if he were to do something crazy like knock out Adrian Broner, that would be huge. So it's really a win-win opportunity. So I don't know what the fuck Roy Jones was thinking. But apparently, he wanted to pull Michael Williams from the fight. They said, no, you're not pulling us from the fight, so just do your fucking job. And he said, okay. And then put Michael Williams, who would be fighting at welterweight, in some sparring with a heavyweight. Long story short, got his fucking jaw broke.
That's just evil.
Yeah, that's
For one. Like, why would you, yeah.
I was saying, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. I'm not sure if Roy Jones understand that now his coaching, his coaching reputation is going to be pretty fucking horrible. So his stable already wasn't big or good. Like he had Brian Perella, he had Eubank Jr., and both of those dudes are not even world level fighters. So the fact that now he did this, I'm not sure if he even likes to make money. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You made a bunch of money during your career. You smoked that shit up. And then all of a sudden you have a comeback as a trainer and a commentator and you acting like an asshole? Like, dude,
Yeah,
like,
crazy.
and that's why he has to keep fighting. That's why he's 60 and has to keep fighting up until retirement age. Because he's not like Floyd. Floyd is clearing like hundreds of millions of dollars. Floyd is fighting because he doesn't know what else to do with his time. Floyd is fighting because he's fucking bored. He'd be bored at the house doing businessman shit all day. He can't sit down. He has to run and keep fighting. Roy is fighting to pay the bills. Roy is fighting to keep the fucking lights on at the house.
Yeah,
So
fuck.
so Roy's acting like a real dumbass right now, and he needs to get his shit together. Real talk.
Yeah. But it's just like I just find that insane because like if a coach told me like no you're not going to be fighting like the biggest fight of your career, then I would have automatically just removed you as a coach, find me a good coach that could try to fill in for you. Like I don't see why you can't do that, or at least have like your father coach you and just give it like your best shot. Like this fight, this fight will change you as a fighter, and you would gain so much experience by just putting yourself in there with a guy like Adrian Broner. Obviously, he's not like the greatest version of himself, but that experience would just make you change forever. And I think taking that opportunity away from Michael Williams Jr. is for one, it's very discriminating, and two, it's just evil. Give the young man his credibility for testing himself against crafty veteran and Adrian Broner, and who knows if he were to beat Adrian Broner, that would have been the most iconic fight, out of this entire boxing year.
Right. Yeah. I'm not, and also that and also the guy has to make money to pay fucking Roy. So it's like, why would you put him through a whole training camp, and then because you're gonna request your money? So what are you gonna say when he doesn't get this fight and he doesn't have money to pay you? What you gonna do? Take him to court? Like it was just dumb shit. And if Roy Roy's been acting like an ass for his whole post fight career. All he's done is talk shit. Like he talks shit about Spence. He talking shit about all these people sitting up there with Tarver and Malignaggi acting like a fucking idiot. All those dudes are upset because all the people they talk about don't have to worry about money, and they're still over here punching the clock. They couldn't get bad bitches when they were millionaires. They can't get bad bitches now. They're just some jealous. They're just some jealous old fucks, and they need to go somewhere and sit the fuck down. Like the fact that you're sitting there next to Antonio Tarver and Paulie Malignaggi because you need to pay the rent is just pathetic, bro. Don't you just go on and shut the fuck up and sit down somewhere, man. Nobody trying to hear what you got to say for real. Like I said, Roy Jones, when he was on HBO, that was the perfect job. You talk about fighting and you shut the hell up. But this is why you was constantly taking disrespect from dumbasses like Max Kellerman. Why they think they know more than you? Because you always saying off-brand dumb shit. At least Ward has been keeping them more real lately, as you can see, because he's even been arguing with Timothy Bradley and them. I can tell Ward as a real fighter is getting fed up with all the bullshit. He's getting fed up with all the bullshit that they've been feeding the public, and it's really pissing Ward off. And like I said, Ward, I know you blocked me on Twitter for whatever reason, and maybe I cooked you a little bit, but good job, baby. Keep it up. You need the rest of these motherfuckers need some discipline. But yeah, no, that's what happened. But I'm gonna tell you this: AB deserves everything that's fucking happening to him right now. AB deserves every fucking horrible thing that's happening to him right now because AB is eating better than a lot of people on the PBC ever did outside of Floyd. AB was making monstrous money, ridiculous money, and he tricked it all off being a dumbass, and that's no one's fault but his own. He, you know, and to top it all off, he was on there with Blue Blood and them talking, fucking lying, basically talking about, oh well, you know, at first I'm not getting any fights, I'm not active, but then he said the truth. Then he said, oh, they want me to fight Godzilla for the money that I want to make. It's like, right, so you don't want to do anything. You want to be like Terrence Crawford and make lots of bread for easy ass work. Then just say that. Don't try to make it seem like PBC's a bad company because they gave your bitch ass some fights. They gave you dudes that you could beat. The Godzilla that he's talking about was Omar Figueroa. People keep saying it's Rolly. No, it was Omar Figueroa. Omar Figueroa had 4 losses, and in his last fight had been knocked out so brutally that he was vomiting blood in the corner. He got knocked out by Abel Ramos, some guy who has 5 losses right now and is coming back. So if that's Godzilla, a nigga with 4 losses, you just don't want to work, motherfucker. You don't want to put in any work. You think that after all this inactivity and a suspect decision against fucking Santiago, that you should just be able to come back and eat at the king's table without fighting. And it's like, no, that's not how life works. Take your bitch ass on and retire. Do something else. Stop fucking crying. And then you want to keep crying to Floyd like Floyd owe you some shit. Oh, we need to do an exhibition, me and Floyd, for $200 million, $500 million. You sound fucking stupid. Get your ass out of here, bro. Like I said, I like AB as much as the next guy because he's really funny and he's loudmouth and he talks a lot and he makes good press conferences. But bro, get your thirsty ass the fuck up out of here, bro. Get your thirsty ass the fuck out of here. Talking about, oh, I gotta fight Godzilla. Man, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. If you scared of getting your ass whooped, stop boxing. Do something else. Enroll in fucking night school. Get your CDL. Do something else. If you're worried about getting your ass beat for a check, don't box. It's that fucking simple.
Yeah, man, I'm clipping that. Yeah, man, I'll fight Adrian Broner. Shit, I'll fight Manny Pacquiao. Like, you know, he's coming out here doing damn exhibitions.
BLK Prime literally recruiting niggas off the street. Hey, anybody that wants to, we need a replacement. Anybody that can weigh in at 147, you got to the end of the day at 5 p.m. Like, bro, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. And these dudes, and that's another reason, why Blue Blood has been called out multiple times for being full of shit. He talking about BLK got to deal with Adrian Broner, and Adrian Broner gonna fight 3 times this year. Nigga, how?
Hey, Adrian Broner, if you're looking for a good exhibition, come hit me up. Hit me up. If you just want somebody to fight, I'll fight you. But either way, just sit down. Sit down. Oh man, Adrian Broner, he is a mess, man. What a fucking mess. Jesus.
Yeah, man, but I don't feel bad for him anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about Lara and Wood. That was crazy how Lee Wood got knocked out, but I mean, I was happy that Lara won, but I think Lara he looked really gassed in that fight. I don't know if you caught that.
Lara?
Yeah. Yep, Lara.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's not someone who paces himself. He's not a very talented boxer, but he's a solid workman. He has a better chin than Wood, and he gets in there and gets the job done. He throws heavy hooks to the body, heavy hooks up top, and that's how he comes in and fights. There were some moments in there when he was using the double jab, which I thought was good. He definitely should have jabbed his way in more, and kept Wood on the back foot. But no, I mean, he came in there and did his job. Like I said, I picked him to win by knockout, and that's what ended up happening. Did Wood box better? Absolutely. Did Wood make it a tough fight? Did Wood make it interesting? 100%. But Wood has already shown his limitations in previous fights because people forgot in the very last fight, Conlon almost put him to fucking sleep. And Conlon is not a puncher. Conlon is, Conlon is someone who you'd call pillow fisted. Conlon can't punch. Conlon ain't no puncher. Shit, Devin Haney's a bigger puncher than Conlon. So, So Conlon can't punch at all. He almost put Wood to fucking sleep. And also, Wood has been not only has Wood been knocked out by people you haven't by a dude no one's ever heard of, but he's been wobbled in previous fights. He's been wobbled and visibly hurt before. I figure Lara is more rugged, more durable, and if it went to a shootout, Lara's chin will hold up better than Wood, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I think Lara unifying the belts for undisputed is probably going to be a pretty tough road for him. I
Lara
think
not
he
gonna
can
survive
easily
the
get
first
beat.
unification.
No.
Yeah, Lara wouldn't survive. No, he any of the champions right now destroy him. Venado Lopez whoops his ass. Ray Vargas whoops his ass. Or Basie Ramirez knocks him the fuck out.
Yeah, Robesi knocks him out badly. Yep. Yeah, I can't wait for Robesi versus Dogbit. That's gonna be interesting. And there's another good fight that's coming up soon. Oh yeah. Subriel Matias and Ponce. And I can't wait. I actually talked with Subriel not long ago. Like I spoke with him on Mobox and No Problems channel. I'm gonna upload the episode on my channel or just upload the clip that I have.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, I asked him about the whole Ponce situation, and I asked him, did he what was the whole reason behind the fight being held back so much, for all those dates that were supposed to be put out. And
I told you that because Ponce pussy.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to get to that point with him, but he was trying to say that he thought Ponce wasn't able to get his visa cleared, and he was kind of utilizing that as the main argument. But either way, I'm on board with what you said. I think Ponce tried to find a way out, and I think the IBF should have been penalized or at least sued for trying to hold Ponce's position. When Ponce should have been taken out of the rankings, and he should have been moved out to the side, and whoever's under Ponce and the IBF should have fought Matias for the vacancy.
Yeah, I mean that's the that's the situation. I mean, personally, I don't really think that the Matias versus Ponce fight is really going to be that interesting. That's not to say it's going to be a bad fight, but I think Matias is just going to run him over. I don't see Ponce being able to do anything spectacular aside from if he has a Karen performance and keeps it pushing. Matias is just going to beat the shit out of him. Especially because Matias has been jabbing a lot more since the Hawkins fight, which I definitely like to see.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I don't see anything else happening, and it's just Ponce is going to decide how bad does he want his ass to get whooped. Are you going to get in there? Are you going to take a knee when you first get hurt, or are you going to try to show your dog and then get the shit beat out of you? So they really just need to hurry up because at this point they're just holding up the 140 division because I want to see Matias fight the other champions. As soon as he gets the belt, Regis has no excuse not to just go ahead and try to unify Matias.
Yep.
Because they both fought on Showtime history, and also because Regis was talking that shit about not liking Southpaw. Matias isn't a Southpaw, so get your ass in there, Regis. I ain't trying to hear no more bullshit.
Man, Matias would give Regis a fucking destructive battle.
He would give Matias gives everyone problems.
Yeah, he honestly, if he blasts through if he beats Ponce and he dominates Regis, then I'm just gonna be so happy that he's coming out here just taking people's lives away.
I don't think he could hurt Regis. I don't think he'd dominate Regis because he doesn't move his head. And yeah. Regis is still a very strong puncher and the better boxer. But it would be interesting at the very least. That's definitely a 50-50 fight. And to be honest, I probably favor Regis slightly because Regis is a more complete fighter. But Matias can easily win that.
Yeah, definitely. That's why that I want to see the fight so bad. And I'm hoping, Matias, he shines because, this is not only going to be a good, Puerto Rican, achievement, but just headlining on PBC, out at the Armory, out in Minnesota. That's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they can get bigger venues for title opportunities in the future for Matias. Maybe definitely some either some California, some Vegas time. But it's really hard to market dark skinned Puerto Ricans because he doesn't speak a whole lot. His English isn't good, and
Yeah,
he doesn't talk a lot of shit between fights and calling people out. So it's hard to market him, and also because no one wants to fight him because he's a killer.
yeah,
He's a real killer, like Charles Conwell and Kovalev before Kovalev got big. He's the dude is a killer. Like if you fight him, there's a good chance you're gonna get the shit kicked out of you. Like there's a good chance you're gonna come out limping or one of your eyes is gonna be closed. You're gonna fucking lose an ear. Like he's a very violent fighter. So that gives people more incentive to not even talk about him. Like boxers don't even talk about him. People talk about People don't even talk about Super Matias. They forget he's at 140. Like when they talk about dangerous fights, they're already talking about fucking Keyshawn and Shakur and Haney. I'm like, oh. Like and Ryan Garcia, like, bro, Matias is easily top four most dangerous people at 140. So I don't know
yeah,
where the fuck all these dudes talking about. Like if Haney had to fight Super Matias, I'd be there would be a brick in my underwear. I'd be like, oh my god, you got to fight that nigga.
yeah. I mean, I'll be surprised if Devin moves up to 40 and he wants Subriel. But yeah, I think Subriel's doing a good job just testing himself, with all the best competition, and like I hope he shines, even when he gets to the point of his career, where he could take a potential loss again. Like it doesn't matter at this point. He's already doing everything he can possible to try to, shoot for the stars. So like I hope he can do what he has to do and just try to get as much legacy in before it's all said and done.
Yeah, um, yeah, that's definitely true. But yeah, I mean, like I said, hopefully, people, he just got to get the fights, and he got to be in position where people can't turn him down. Like once he gets the belt, at the very least, he can eat off of the title defenses.
Yep.
At the very least, he can have something to eat off the title defense, and hopefully niggas want to unify, and if niggas are on the bitch shit, then well, at least he has the opportunity to at least he has the opportunity to eat with the title defenses. And I can't honestly, because this is Super Matias' like first weight class. I can't wait to see him at welterweight. Oh my god!
Yeah, he was he was telling me that he's not planning on ever moving up in weight, but he said welterweight would be his final weight class to campaign at. But yeah, like I would
Oh
like to
shit,
see
he's
it.
not planning on ever moving up. No, that sucks.
No. Like he said that it's not on his mind to move up, but if it does happen, he could definitely move up to welterweight. That's what he said.
Yeah, because he's already a big 140. I mean, he doesn't look like he struggles to make weight, but because I'm saying like once all the top 140s fight, welter like 140 is gonna get boring. Like people think that 140 is like oh it's the best. I'm like no, it's gonna
Yeah,
get
I
really
don't. Yeah, I don't think so.
yeah, it's gonna get really boring. It's gonna turn into 160 once all the top dudes fight. Like once Gary Antoine Russell gets the title, and once Subra Matias, Regis Prograis, Gary Antoine, and like Taylor, once all those if I know Taylor ain't gonna fight nobody, but once those three mix it up, it's gonna be boring because they're gonna beat everybody. like like Regis Prograis, Subra Matias, and Gary Antoine are the best 140s there. Brandon Lee, maybe he could surprise me, but I think they all probably knock him out. So yeah.
Yeah, I think after Regis and Taylor and I'd probably say like yeah, after Regis Taylor and like who else? Like I think like all the guys that we're talking about now get cleared. Like I think like the people that will probably be left is just Brandon Lee and just maybe some other guys that I don't know.
And that nigga's ass.
Yeah, Brandon Lee.
Brandon Lee,
Yeah.
like bro, Brandon Lee is not good. I want to know who are the 30 fucking plus sacrifices they found to get him to like 30. No, that nigga got a record like Boots, bro. I'm just like, where the fuck they find this dude? I mean, I know he's got like 22 knockouts and he's very fast, but it's funny because Brandon Lee, his competition hasn't even gone up. His competition has moved laterally, and he's gotten worse. It's like, bro, we haven't even stepped you up. We haven't even stepped you up, and you're already fucking struggling. Like this shit is nuts, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Like I just think like he's just manufactured, and he understands his his position. Um, I think like honestly when all the newer competition comes up, he's gonna get blown out. Like I could see him get blown out by Richardson Hitchens. Who's that other guy? Maybe Rohan Polanco, right? That Dominican dude.
They need to sacrifice his ass to Gary Antoine Russell before he fuck around
Yeah,
and lose
Gary
to a
Antoine Russell.
nobody. Not for real.
Yeah,
Like this dude is gonna fuck around and he's gonna lose. He's gonna fuck around. He's gonna lose to a nobody, and then the W is gonna be it's gonna be salty.
yeah. For like I definitely I just think like I don't know what PBC is doing. Like I think Brandon Lee is gonna get blown out. I don't see that many guys that he could really beat. And the fact that he tries to act like as if like he's on the same level with Jaron Ennis, like I'm just like, nah, bro. Like I could see plenty of guys whip you. Sergey Limpinets could probably brutalize you. Lindolfo Delgado can definitely wipe you. Maybe Danielito Zaria, he can definitely clear you. Like 140 is just like a walking landmine, for Brandon Lee.
Yeah, and all the guys you named aren't even like special outside of maybe Hitchens. So it's like, yeah, the PBC needs to hurry up and grease this motherfucker up for a sacrifice, and then just keep it pushing. Cause ain't nobody trying to see this motherfucker for real. And the only reason and the thing is, he said that he's friends with Jerron Ennis, so that means if he moved up to welterweight, because he is a big 140, if he moved up to welterweight, he wouldn't fight Boots. Oh, we friends, yeah, because Boots would beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But it's like even if you think about it, like he's really trying to act like as if like somebody's going to like not challenge him one day that's gonna clear him, and he thinks like Al Heyman or the matchmaking handlers at PBC is just gonna take care of him and just basically baby his entire career. Like it's like dude, like this isn't gonna be easy. Like it's the same thing that that I'm sadly thinking about for Xander Zayas, because I think him and Xander, as far as how their careers are being managed right now, are pretty much at the same. Like if you're just gonna manufacture your career to be undefeated, it's like you're not getting better. Like you got dropped by William Madera, and granted you won, but still like you're not about the goods, not one bit.
Yeah, nah, I tend to agree. Um, yeah, I definitely tend to agree. So I don't know what they plan on doing with Buddy, but yeah, nah, they need to come to terms with this level and get a motherfucking move on.
Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, the last thing I was gonna bring up, I was gonna ask about, oh man, what was up the news that I found out? Uh, man, like what just happened recently? I think it was something to do with, oh, did you hear what Bob Arum said about Gervonta Davis and Gary Antoine's team, saying that they pulled out of the title shot with Alberto Puello fighting Rolly Romero?
What? Who?
Um,
Bob Arum said who pulled out?
no. Like I'm saying that Bob Arum said that Josh Taylor would, like, he would beat up Tank. He would like he would dominate him, if they were to ever fight. And then Gary Antoine's team, or his team, had made a statement in the past saying that they pulled out of the title shot with Alberto Puello that's going to be fighting Rolly Romero. That's expected or that's rumored, but that's what I heard from Gary Antoine's team to say that they weren't ready for the Alberto Puello title shot. And I wanted to ask, do you think that's a duck?
I hadn't heard about that, but yeah, that's a fucking major duck. You're not ready for Alberto Puello? The fuck? That's terrible. Oh my god! Like unless it was due to like a physical injury that they're still working around. Yeah, that's a duck. The only way I don't call it a duck is if there's some sort of physical impediment. But oh my god, you Puello? Oh shit, that's not what I like to hear. Now they're fighting Lipinets. Man, dude, Lipinets is a better southpaw than Puello though. So I don't. Oh Lord, I don't know what the fuck is going on. This is bullshit, man. I don't know. Like I said, unless they cite some sort of physical injury, that's duck.
Yeah, I think it's a duck, and I was talking with Just Do about it, and he said that well, in his viewpoint, he thinks that's like a reasonable thing to say, but to most people that would view that is a duck because you can't make the double standard for Gary Antoine Russell to say, oh well, I'm not I'm not ready now because I don't know how I'm gonna be scaled with a guy like Puello. But it's like if you wait later and you don't know if you're ready or not, then you could be blasted out quick by the time when you get your title shot. And who's to say that you will ever get a title shot in the future? Because the problem is that a lot of people are going to start looking at you as a duck because you didn't take your first title shot with Puello. But if you get another title shot in the future, then how are you going to look at yourself in the mirror when you face adversity against a potential tough fighter that may hold the belt that you want, or whoever. I don't know if Gary Antoine's gonna be good at the world title level, but I think it's just really cowardice and it's not a good look on his end to duck the opportunity with Puello, in which I think he can definitely beat him. But it's like, why would you not take that opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if their excuse was straight up and down, he's not ready, that's duck sauce. That's straight up duck sauce. And there's no other way to describe it. If they say, oh, he's not ready because we have a ligament tear, or we have a shoulder tear, or a hamstring tear, or an ass tear, something like that, then that's duck sauce. And that's wild because I had Gary Antoine Russell clearing Puello with ease. And now after some fights with fucking what's his name, Rancis Bartolome, they're talking about, oh, fucking Puello gives us problems. Oh hell no, cuz oh god, that is not the shit I want to be hearing right now. Jesus Christ.
Yep,
that's stupid. That's super stupid. It's just like when I just heard right now that Charles Conwell was offered the 160 fight with Janabek, and I heard this is unconfirmed. This is all unconfirmed by Charles Conwell and his team, so don't take me at my word. But I heard they turned it down because they want to stay at 154. I'm like, why?
Wait. Conwell turned down Janabek?
Yes, that's allegedly.
Yo, come on, bro.
That's just
Charles, why would you do that, my brother?
That management makes no sense. They can smoke. They can smoke Janabek, have a 160 strap, do a 3-fight deal with Top Rank. Do a 3-fight deal with Top Rank, and then also they could have did a unification because that Brazilian motherfucker that looks like Sideshow Bob Falco is fighting for the IBF and he probably gonna win. He could have done a unification.
Triple D is gonna fight him?
No, Triple G wouldn't fight him at all. But I'm saying that what he could have done, he could have clipped Janabek, do a 3-fight deal with Top Rank, collect 3 easy checks, wait for that dumbass Falco to get the IBF, unify with him, and either hold it down in 160 and like try to get a Charlo fight, or wait for Jamel to come up, or you could just make that money, vacate, go back down, and then do what you were gonna do anyway. But bro, like no one has any incentive to fight you. You have no profile. You're not that high in the fucking rankings. You know how long it's gonna take for you to get a Jamel Charlo fight if he's even still there? Like, nah, like that's just goofy. Like, you should have taken advantage, especially because people thought he looked vulnerable after his last fight. After his last fight, when he went the distance with Abreu, people like they thought it was sweet, even though he had Abreu rocked and hurt multiple times. So
Yeah.
I'm just like that. I'm like, that's not good management. That's not smart. Like, you just throwing down a title shot because you're waiting on Jamel. Like, what if Jamel loses to Zoo or some shit, or like Harrison? Like, then you're fighting a more low profile opponent. Like, it's like, come on, dog.
Yeah, I just don't understand why Conwell would do that. And you know, like if that's at the same level with Gary Antoine Russell, it's like I don't respect that, man, because it's like everyone's gonna look at you as a duck, and they're gonna be asking these questions once it's brought up in a press conference to say, hey, well, why didn't you take that offering to fight Janabek in? And you're basically on the same path with Gary Antoine Russell, man. Like you should have been fought him, man. Like all the stupid ass trolls are gonna be feeding off of that. Like that's what I. That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, it's just really really not intelligent management. It's just not. It's not smart management. They rather, as opposed to getting a title shot, and even if you lose the title shot, just come back down. Like, you have that excuse. You were trying to chase a title, it didn't work out, come back down. But instead they rather chill and wait on Jamel if he's even still gonna be there. I'm just like, all right, bro. Like, I don't know. I mean, whatever. Their team could do what's best for them, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
eh,
Shit. At least in women's boxing, all the females be taking all the opportunities, but you know. I still be seeing some ladies be acting like ducks. So they're no different.
yeah. But this is foolishness, and this is why certain fighters' careers get stalled. They don't want to take the opportunities presented, and the thing is too, it's like you have an advantage of them underestimating you because Janabek isn't good. He went the distance and looked like shit against Denzel Bentley, some guy that Felix Cash cleared in 3, and Felix Cash isn't even a puncher. Felix Cash isn't even good himself. He's almost been smoked multiple times. So
Yep.
it's like, dude, they were taking you lightly. You had all the advantages. Janabek is not good, and you could have smoked him, but instead, But then again, this is all unconfirmed. It's just shit we've been hearing. So hopefully Conwell, hopefully there's time to reconsider or not. But it's fucking sad.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's pretty much what we need to know. Like it's just sad, like I was thinking like Charles Conwell was gonna be taking some massive opportunities, and looking at his box work right now, like he's like what top 15, right? But yeah, he just recently fought back in November, so it's like I don't know what's gonna happen. Like he definitely needs to probably move forward with his career to take the title shots instead of just making up these weird excuses, because it's like he's definitely on the hot seat right now.
I mean, I'm looking at the rankings right now. He's number 4. He's number 4 in the WBO. He's number 3 in the IBF. He is number 2 in the WBC for Sebastian Fondora's fucking strap for Sebastian's interim, and then he is number 12 under the WBA. So maybe he's figuring he can fight Liam Smith and then maybe challenge Fondora, or because he are well, then there's a fucking bullet check guy. But maybe he's trying to do that, or maybe because he's waiting, or maybe because Tony Harrison and Zoo are about to scrap. Maybe he's gonna fight Bakram, Mur,
Yeah, Murtazaliev.
yeah, Murtazaliev, for his spot in the WBO. But Bakram is probably not gonna take a fight like that because Bakram is already number one for the IBF and probably
Yeah.
wouldn't take a risk.
No.
So Bakram will probably fight Jack Colcaire and whoop the shit out of him, as opposed to risking it with Conwell because Conwell has a good chance of beating him. Bakram is tough though. Bakram can definitely fight, and that's a good fight. But I'd probably favor Conwell for multiple reasons. But yeah, so I don't like I said, I don't know what you're trying to do, but having that title shot at the ready at middleweight would have been dope.
Yeah. Like I just think honestly, at this point, you should just take all the title shot opportunities and just shoot for the stars. Like I don't understand why you would not take the Janabek fight. You can easily smoke him, go back down to 154, and probably get a shot directly for Charlo for undisputed, or like you said, with just make title defenses or unify. The belt. I don't know.
It's just right now, like I said, no one has any incentive to fight Conwell because he has no profile. Moving up in weight and getting a belt is instant profile, and people have an excuse to fight you because you are a champion or you're a former world champion already. Now you're just some dangerous ass contender with no profile. You have very little promotional backing. No one is pushing you aggressively, and nobody knows who the fuck you even are. So why would someone take a massive risk in fighting you, and potentially risk their ass getting destroyed for nothing? No one's getting any big Conwell checks. So it behooves him to boost his notoriety by any means necessary. But he decided, nope, I don't like it. Fuck it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. Like I'm just really curious of like what's gonna happen at the larger weight classes because we're not gonna get undisputed with Bivol and Better Beer, and it's just that's gonna be wild. And
Yeah, they got they're gonna do Better Be It versus Callum Smith after Callum Smith's next fight. Then they're gonna do Bivol versus Boatsi, and then once Bivol versus Boatsi is done, then they're gonna make Bivol go down to 168 and fight Canelo for that big ass bag, and then they're gonna have Better Be It do something else. So and then they're probably gonna give Canelo Berlanga after that shit, and then yeah, so is what it is.
yep. Yeah, I think that's about it. There's nothing else going on other than just like a bunch of fights. You know, just going back and forth. Oh yeah. There's gonna be some really good fights for the month of March. March is gonna be crazy. You got Benavidez and Plant, March 25th, and then I don't think the weeks before that there's gonna be anybody good, but yeah, I can't wait for Benavidez.
Magsayo and Figueroa.
Oh yeah. I can't. Yeah, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, so you got those. So so that's going to be a good one. That undercard is pretty nice.
Yeah. All right. But I think that's about it. We've already did a lot of hashing, and yeah, I'm definitely excited for what's gonna happen. So
Yeah, alrighty. Well, thank you very much for having me on, and until next time.
until next time. All right. Thank you for coming by.
Yep, later.
All right. See you. All right, y'all. I will see you guys later. And shout out to D-Hive coming through once again for K-Rod 7435. I just wanted to make an announcement. On Sunday, I will be having another up and coming professional amateur boxer by the name of Brandon Ortiz, I believe. They call him Bam Bam. Me and him are trying to get something set up, behind closed doors for Sunday. So if you guys are willing to come through at Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be having him on. And yeah, we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna have some fun, and I'll definitely be looking forward to talking with him. But yeah, I'll get that set up soon with the announcement, and I will be sending him the thumbnail for the show itself. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later. We got Subria Matias and Ponce. I'm excited. I know you guys have to be excited, but shout out to all the Puerto Ricans that are watching. I'd be seeing you guys up inside of the shorts that I'd be posting. So yeah, hopefully me and Subria Matias, we could probably talk one day. I would love to, have a good conversation with them and just talk boxing with them. So, all right, I'll see you guys later. Here's the outro. Shout out to the mighty LDBC TWT family. I'm out. Peace out. Bye.